down with the knees bent, feet on the floor. And as you lie yourself down, to pay particular attention to the curves of your spine. And just notice how those curves do or don't rest upon the earth. Which curves sit on the ground. Which curves rise away from the ground. And to allow yourself to make any adjustments necessary to feel a sense of ease in your supine position. You can feel free to keep the knees hip width or come to tent position with knees together and feet wider than the hips. And before we begin with any movement, to take some time to really drop into stillness. To sensitize to the plane of contact between your body and the ground. And to allow the whole body to sink into the support beneath it. Welcoming in a sense of support, a sense of I am supported here by the ground. A sense of releasing and relaxing into the surface of the earth. Earth cradling you and offering yourself these few moments to simply rest, to drop in, to unwind. And as you explore this, to simply note the ease or challenge of dropping in, letting go a bit to begin practice. And if there's any resistance or challenge in letting go, what's holding you back? What obstacles arise in your experience? It could be a busy mind. It's trying to figure out the rest of your day. Or it might be a memory or trying to dissect something that's already passed. Or some worry or fear that just has you wound up a bit. So we're not trying to get rid of that. We're just noticing the truth of what's arising in this moment. And to give yourself that gentle voice of, it's okay. Whatever is here, whatever is present for you, it's okay. I don't need to resist what life is handing to me. How do I learn to be with the truth of what is from a place of greater ease or equanimity? And ultimately, that is what yoga is all about riding those waves, the waves of life with greater ease. Allow arms to be resting alongside the body with palms facing up. And now begin to tune into the natural flow of breath. Sensing each inhale, feeling every exhale. And notice if inhale and exhale, if their movement is fluid and smooth, or choppy and rough. Is the flow of the inhale and the exhale the same or different? Are you in fact breathing through the nose or the mouth, or possibly both? And if your nasal passages are clear enough to let the mouth be closed, as every breath begins to move in and out of the nose. There's so much research on the importance of breathing through the nose. The cilia within the nose clears toxins that are in the air. Nose breathing stimulates the production of nitric oxide, important for healthy immune function, helpful for killing off disease, microbes. And in the most simplistic way, it's the most efficient mode of breathing. So beginning to follow the physiological path of the breath. Begin to follow breath as it enters through the nose, travels up to the top of the nose, down through the throat, the esophagus, into the brachial tree, like branches of a tree, into the lungs, filling all the little alveoli, little pockets of breath, filling the lungs. And then on the exhale, travel with the breath out from the lungs, the alveoli, the bronchial tree, through the throat and out the nose. And just stay with this, not changing, not controlling the breath, but just following it. And as you're following the breath, to notice the presence or absence of movement in the abdomen. When the breathing process, the process of respiration is working well, the diaphragm is involved. And that shows up by a sense of the belly swelling a little on the inhale. And the belly emptying out on exhale. And we're watching for that, not trying to make it happen, but just noticing. As the breath travels down and fills the lungs, do you begin to sense a little rise in the belly? And when you begin that exhale, do you notice any falling or flattening of the belly? And we're going to begin to consciously engage with the breath. So the next time you're exhaling, experiment with consciously drawing the belly in toward the spine and empty out completely. Remember, it's not forceful, it's just a sense of emptying out completely. And then relax the belly and see if you notice that the inhale is quite spontaneous. It starts to flow in and you fill up completely. And then on exhale, draw the belly toward the spine, empty, empty, empty. Once empty, relax the belly. And like a vacuum, feel the breath beginning to be pulled in spontaneously and completely inhale. Fill all the way up. And just repeat that. Stay with that process for 3 more breath cycles. So complete the cycle you're on and then do 3 more full breaths in that way. When those 3 breaths are done, to release control over the breath, but continue to pay attention to it. And here, let the arms again rest alongside your body. And on the inhale, raise the right arm overhead, let the head turn to the left. Exhale, arm lowers as the head comes to center. And we'll alternate sides. Next, inhale, left arm rises, head turns right. Exhale, bring it down, head to center. And again, inhale, right arm, head left. Exhale, release. Then to the left side at your pace, arm rising, head turning on inhale. Both releasing on exhale. And we're going to hold a set. So when ready, right arm rises, head turns left and hold. Release the breath as you hold. Notice presence or absence of sensation in the neck and shoulder. And imagine breathing right into the center of that shoulder joint. Grounding attention in the body. Cultivating embodied presence. I am here in my body, connected to my body, connected to whatever is arising right now. Wait for your next exhale. When it arises, arm releases, head returns to center. Soften the arm, right arm and shoulder, and stop. Always looking to see what arises in the pause. Maybe it's a felt sense. Maybe a thought steps in. Maybe a feeling, an emotion pokes its head. Just notice. And then let's find our hold with the left arm. So inhale, left arm up, head turns right. And we feel what's arising here. And we remember that changing nature of sensation. And we notice if that presents itself. If something's tight, does it soften? Something new or unexpected arise at the level of sensation? Breathe and notice and feel. 2 more breaths. And when you're done, let the exhale bring the arm down, return the head to center. Another pause, softening into the pause, full awareness within the pause. And just resting here, another breath or 2. And if knees are not currently bent, please bend them, feet on floor. Reach the arms out as if trying to touch the knees, and then bring the knees into the hands, hands cap over the top of the knee. We're going to go opposite. So we'll begin by pulling the right knee only in toward the chest. And then as you exhale, push the right knee away, pull the left knee in. And just follow the breath in a way that feels natural for you. And just move the legs in and out. And start to become curious about your hips. Even your buttocks. Sometimes when the glutes are tight, it makes it more difficult to bring the knee to chest. Or it might feel tight. And bringing in one knee at a time, one more time each side. And then pushing both knees away. Keep the arms as straight as you can here. Push the knees away without letting them go. And just notice the level and quality of the arching in the lower back. Is it exaggerated? And it will be different for all of us. It might feel more exaggerated here or might not. And then notice as you pull the knees in, if that lower back curve flattens closer to the floor. And that's what I'd like you to pay attention to for the next several breaths as you inhale, pushing the knees away. And anytime we're compressing toward the belly, we're exhaling. Exhale, knees in. And just follow that. Paying attention to the curve of the lower back and how the movement feels on that curve. And the very next time you pull the knees in, hold them in, and just rock both legs left, and then both legs right. And you're just rocking along that lower back and paying attention to how this feels into the lower back and hips. And let's turn this slow motion into circles. So keep the legs close together and start to circle the knees. And if you can imagine your sacrum, that triangular bone at the base of the spine, imagine your movement was allowing you to circle around that sacrum, a place where a lot of attachments of muscles and ligaments, tendons live. We're just massaging out that area of attachment. And then reverse direction and feel. Let's go around 2 more times. Your own pace. And when you're done, bring the legs to stillness. Here we'll tuck the hands underneath the knee. And we're going to go with the same kind of alternating that we did a little bit earlier. So we'll begin with the right leg. So flex the right foot, heel to sky, straightening the right leg. And as you exhale, reverse position of the legs. Inhale, reverse again. Exhale, reverse again. And in your own pace, follow the breath. And keep the movement going. And we're not doing this rotely, but we're really paying attention to similarities and differences in the 2 sides of the body. Let's add a hold. We'll start the hold with the right leg up, left knee bent. And when you get to your hold, really ground or plant the sacrum, lower back down, and push up through the heel. Imagining for a moment that your right leg is being stretched in 2 directions. One happens through the grounding of the sacrum, and the other happens through the pressing up of the heel. And let's hold here 2 more breaths. And the key to the next movement is to keep the pelvis right where it is. The only movement we want is from the leg. So ground that sacrum and try lowering the right leg out to the right. And you go only as far as you can without letting that lower back lift up off the ground. Keep pushing through the right heel. The leg can actually rest in the hand, can support the leg or let it go. As long as that sacrum's on the floor, it doesn't matter what you do with that right hand. Keep the sacrum grounded, breath full for 3 more. And stay 2. You have 2 options when lifting the leg. Is if it feels too much to lift the leg with it straight, you bend the knee and then lift the leg. And once the leg is up, if the leg is straight, then you get to bend the right knee and press the left heel to the sky. And we're going to hold here for a moment, pushing up through the heel. Lower back sinking down, heel pressing up. Leg being stretched bilaterally, 2 directions. Breath is full. Attention is fully in the body. What's arising now? Another 2 breaths with the leg in the sky. And when you're ready, supporting that left leg in any way that feels helpful as you lower it out to the side, coming into a half straddle. Keep that lower back sacrum firm on the ground. Find a pleasurable stretch. Like, oh, this feels good. Not, oh, this feels painful. If you're there, back out. Full breaths for 3 more. Fine line we discover in yoga between pleasure and pain. And we always want to stay on the pleasure side of our stretch. because otherwise we potentially damage, create stress. When your breaths are done with legs straight or knee bent, raise the leg back up. If the leg is straight, eventually bend the knee, both knees bent. Hands come outside of the legs, hug them in. And hold that hug for 3 breaths. 2 breaths. And when done, release 1 foot at a time to the ground. Let the arms move to the side body. We're going to do 3 rounds of traditional bridge. We'll hold the last one. And actually, let's move off of traditional. We're going to take the arms overhead. If that doesn't work for you, keep the arms at your side. Round the feet, ankles beneath knees. Sink into feet, reach through knees, rise into bridge, taking both arms overhead. And on exhale, lower the spine and bring the arms down. 2 more times, your pace. The last time in your bridge, I'd like to ask you to hold, pressing down through the feet, reaching through the knees, reaching through the arms. Let the whole front body lengthen. Feel the compression in the back body. Buttocks naturally squeeze in this pose, but there is a possibility of squeezing too much. What would happen if you soften the buttocks just a tiny bit and stay for 3 breaths and 2. When your breaths are done, the arms and the spine release together. Once the spine is down, pelvic tilts. Inhale, the back arches. Exhale, navel to spine, lower back flattens. 2 more, your pace. Really feel this rhythmic movement. When you're done with 3 sets of pelvic tilts, I invite you to roll over onto your side, drawing the knees up so you're in like a child pose, a fetal position lying on your side. Try to access your back body. Breathe into the back lung and the back ribs. And when you're feeling ready, please press up to a seated position with your legs extended forward. If a cushion is needed to help you stay upright, don't hesitate to use that. We're going to begin with a few more leg extensions, but this time from the seated position. So right knee bends, hands interlace beneath the thigh, draw the knee into chest, shoulders down, heart lifted. And on the inhale, flex the right foot, straighten the leg. And exhale, bend the knee, relax the ankle. 3 more times, your pace. Maybe observe the leg as it moves. And feel what happens in the thigh, front and back, in the knee, calf, and ankle. The last time, and if I missed you, come back again, extend the leg, push through the heel, and try spreading the right toes the best you can. Keep reaching through the heel for 4 breaths. Sitting tall, shoulders relaxed. 3 breaths. Another breath or 2. When you're done, we're going to cradle this right leg. So bend the right knee, right fingers underneath the knee, left hand reaches for the foot, and we draw the right foot toward the left shoulder. And we just cradle and rock. You can do a full cradle if that's preferred, but holding here is just fine. And one more time to each side. And then we're going to lay the bent leg down. So foot comes in toward the left thigh. And feel free to prop underneath the right knee if this puts any strain on the right hip. I'm going to ask everyone to bend the left knee a bit. So we're going for the back a little more than the hamstring here, hands on floor. Inhale, heart lifts. On the exhale, pull the tummy and fold in toward the leg. Gazes at the toes, so let's keep the neck and head neutral. Ground through the sit bones. Feel into the left hip and back. And without moving your spine, notice if it's possible to start straightening that left leg. Keep the foot flexed. And you don't want to flatten the back of the knee to the floor, but straighten the leg as much as you can without locking out the knee. And now if you'd like to work into the leg more, inhale, grow long, exhale, firm the tummy. And we need to get the pelvic movement in order to get the leg. So you're hinging forward from the hips as much as the pelvis will allow. Soft jaw, soft shoulders, soft smile. And let's hang out here with the left toes for 4 breaths. Following the breath in and out, full attention. Stay at your pace. When your breaths are done, please back out of the pose. And once you've backed out, straighten out the right leg. Bend the left knee, hands around the thigh. Make sure the sit bones are grounded. Pull knee to chest. Inhale, left foot flex as you straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, relax the ankle. 3 more times following your breath. We'll hold the last one. So pushing through the heel, toes to sky, maybe spreading left toes. Soft shoulders, heart lifted for 4. And stay 3. Hanging on 2 more breaths. When done, left knee bends, we grab the left foot with the right hand, we draw the right foot in the direction of the shoulder, and we begin to rock the leg. And we size up the left hip. What you feeling? And 2 more times to each side. And when done, place the left leg on the floor with the left foot into the right thigh. And again, you can prop beneath this left knee to keep the left hip happy as needed. Right knee bends. So remember, we started the fold for the spine. Hands are on the floor, shoulders soft. Moving from the hips, exhale, lean in toward the thigh. You may touch, you might not. Gazes toward the toes, keep the shoulders relaxed. Soft jaw. Stay as you are for 3 more breaths. And when your breaths are done, experiment with slowly straightening the leg, not moving the spine, just straightening the leg, not locking the knee. Inhale, lift the sternum away from the belly. Exhale, firm the belly and hinge as far as feels appropriate. Neck and head at ease, breath full, drishti, gaze at the toes, and full breaths for 4. And stay 3. 2 more breaths. When you're done, inhale back out of the pose. Once you're out, let the left leg straighten for a moment. And from here, We'll bend both knees with the feet about as wide as your mat, hands propping behind, shoulders rolled back, heart lifted. And let's just move through some knee drops. Exhale, knees right. Inhale up. And exhale, knees to the opposite side. So just following the breath in and out. Sense how you're mobilizing the hip joint and actually massaging the muscles of the buttocks, the gluteal muscles. You have 3 muscles on each side, actually a lot more than that, but the glute muscles are 3s. And we kind of get into those with this movement, although it's not the primary reason we do this movement, but it's a good one. So let's take the knees to the right and hold them there. To the best of your ability, align the top of your right toes with the top of the knee. I'm going to turn a little bit so I'm facing more toward the screen here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring the hands onto the knees and I'm going to do cat-cow from this position. So on the exhale, round and tuck the chin. And on the inhale, ease your heart forward, lift the bridge of the nose to the sky. And exhale. Heart reaches into the space behind you. And inhale, the heart blossoms forward. 2 more times. When done, let the spine adjust to neutral. Stop a moment, pause. And on your next inhale, raise the knees, send the knees now to the left. Try to find that alignment as close as you can. It may not be perfect, which is fine. Top of knee with top of toes. Hands on knees, shoulders down. And cat-cow, exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, heart reaches forward, bridge of nose, peaks to the sky. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cow. And one last time, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then spine seeks neutral. Pause a moment, feel. And then as ready, raise the knees to point to the sky. Now this transition is not going to be for everyone. We're going to make our way to a forward fold. If you'd like to try, hands behind the hips, walk the feet in really close, lift the buttocks, point the knees forward, walk the hands forward, and raise the tail. And if you can't get there, don't make it wrong, make it a giggle, and just find your way to a forward fold. Knees bent, spine can either relax. Those of us managing osteoporosis might choose the elongated long spine position. Let the heels ground, let the balls of the feet ground, and see if you can raise the toes, lifting and separating the toes. And then starting with the little toe, one at a time, best you can, start to lower those toes back down. Toes are firm on the floor without gripping. Knees stay bent. Arms expand like wings. Head aligns with shoulders. Lengthen through halfway. Find your way to standing, arms up, little back bend on the top. And then palms join above the head. And we look at the thumbs and we travel with the thumbs right down to the center of the heart. Let the thumbs rest on the sternum. Let's take a moment to become silent and still as we focus in on the beat of the heart. When 2 cells, one from one heart, one from another, 2 different hearts, are placed in a petri dish, they begin to beat together. So for just this moment, Imagine all of us here this morning that our hearts are rhythmically beating together. Another breath here. Let's continue with 2 rounds of half salute, one with chair pose, the first without. So on the inhale, arms sweep up, stretch tall, look up. Knees bend, swan dive, fold all the way down. With your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, knees bend, fold. Ground the feet, arms like wings. Inhale, pick it all the way up, stretch up, look up. And exhale, hands to heart, whatever way you want to bring them down, through T or straight down. Now with Utkatasana, chair pose, inhale, bend the knees, hips reach behind, sit low, arms up. Exhale, raise the tail, spill forward. Inhale, tabletop, long spine. Exhale, release. Ground the feet, sit in your chair, bring the arms up, and then take the hands to prayer position at the heart. Let's work with our squat. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, bend the knees, reach back with the hips and sit. Inhale, up. Exhale, knees bend, hips reach back, sit. 3 more, follow your breath. Up and down with the breath. Squats are a part of my daily self-care. I often get them in while I'm brushing my teeth. Squats are really essential. Let's keep going a little bit. If it gets too much, just stop. Keeping us mobile, getting in and out of chairs, in and out of the car, picking things up. So we're going to come down and we're going to hold. So settle into your seat, not too much, not too little. Press the palms, elbows out, smile. By keeping the hands at the heart, we just take the upper body out of the pose, focusing on the lower body. Find that seat, find the breath, and stay for 3 more. And stay for 2. When you're done, let's sweep up as we rise up, stretch up, slight back bend. And then arms release down, hands come to heart, thumbs on sternum. And let's tune into that group rhythmic hop beat. And when you're done, let the arms release. We're going to turn sideways on the mat, facing the long edge with the feet nice and wide. Setting up for warrior 2, spinning right heel to face left arch, left toes slightly pigeon-toed, taking care of the knee joints. We're going to work with arms at T. Shoulders are challenged today, hands on hips. And I'd like you to look down toward that right knee, and as you exhale, bending it, track it specifically, precisely above your right ankle. And then inhale, straighten the left. And no movement in the upper body. The leg does it all. Knee over ankle. Inhale, straighten. 3 more. And the last time knee is over ankle, hold there. Soften shoulders, drishti over right middle fingers. And let's stay here together for 4 breaths. And stay 3. 2 more. When done, reverse warrior. Let left arm come down, right arm up. Now the lower body doesn't move at all. We just glide that left hand down the back leg. Nice, long, beautiful arch. Gaze forward or up, breath full. Grounding the feet, drawing leg muscles to bone. And breath. Take your time. When your breaths are done, keep the lower body absolutely still and rise back into warrior two. Spine comes neutral, arms to T. And from here, right hand or forearm rests on the right thigh, and we create our side angle pose. Sink into the left foot, reach through the fingers. And there's even a sense that this top rib cage, this left rib cage, is rolling a little back. And breath is full for 4. Feeling the support of the upper body on the legs, stay 3. The length through the side body, 2. We're going to come back to warrior two when done. So when your breaths are done, pulling up with that left arm, head turns to look right, balance out those arms, gaze over the middle finger again. And from here, straighten the leg, bring both arms overhead and spin the right toes forward. So the toes of both feet are forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull leg muscles to bone as you swan dive and fold forward, hooking the hands behind the legs. Inhale, lengthen toward halfway. Exhale, tug on the back of the legs, folding deep. Tail rising, crown of head sinking. 4 points of the feet down, legs engaged. Notice if there are any little adjustments you can make to really sense that your whole body is involved in the pose. Can you activate the feet more, the legs more, the spine more, the arms more? Full breaths for 3 more. And stay 2. As you complete, let hands find hips. Raise the head, lengthen the spine, and rise all the way up. Once up, inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Join palms overhead. Bring the hands to the heart. Thumbs resting on the heart. A moment of stillness. Be present with that beat. And from here, we'll set up warrior two on the opposite side. So we're turning the left heel to point to the right arch. Sometimes in that wide leg forward fold, the feet tend to separate more. So if you feel like your feet are a little wide, don't hesitate to bring them in a little. So heel points to arch, arms again find T position, shoulders down. The trunk is frozen, gaze is turned left. And as you exhale, look down, bend and track that left knee over the ankle. And inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, knee over ankle. Inhale, straighten the leg. Here's our hold. So settle the knee over the ankle, soften the shoulders, keeping the jaw relaxed, breath full. And let's stay together for 4 breaths. And 3. Give it 2. When done, lower right arm down to the thigh, left arm to the sky, reach up, inhale, exhale, right hand glides down the leg. Long open left side body. Sometimes the knee backs away from the ankle here. Try to keep the knee over the ankle. Support that lunge, find breath. And stay for 3 more. Gaze forward or up, stay 2. When you're done, first back to warrior, arms to T, gaze left. And then left hand or forearm, lean on the left thigh And the right arm reaches alongside the head. Head and neck in alignment with the rest of the spine, gaze forward or up. Right rib cage rolls a little back here. And the breath is full. Deep inhale, full exhale. 3 more. Your pace. When you're done, please pull back up into warrior pose. From warrior, straight leg, toes forward, 5-pointed star. 5-pointed star will do a salute. Inhale, reach up, look up. Engage the legs as you exhale and swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, hands behind the legs, gently draw into your fold, ground the feet, engage the legs. Lengthen the spine and breathe for 4 more. And stay 3. Give it 2 more. When done, release the hands to the floor and inhale, lengthen. Turn your head toward the front, short edge of your mat. And we're going to start to turn ourselves to face the short edge of the mat. Once you're turned, that left knee can come right to the ground. Draw the forward foot back to table. On your exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. And then from cow, bend your elbows, slowly lower your chin toward the floor, straighten out the legs, and land on your belly with your arms down alongside your body. Move the inner legs and feet toward each other. Adjust so you feel you're resting in a straight line. And here we'll turn the head to the right. And we're going to try to mobilize the arm as we're lifting into these movements. So again, remember, if you have shoulder concerns, you don't need to add the arm movement. So I'd like you to find your right arm and left leg. And as you inhale, we're going to raise the left leg. We're going to sweep the right arm forward as we lift the head. And as we exhale, the arm comes down behind the back. We lower the leg and we turn the head to the left. Left arm, right leg. Inhale as the leg lifts. Bring the left arm forward, gazes down. Exhale as you release, the head is turning right, lower everything. Right arm, left leg, inhale, lift, gazes down. Exhale as you release, head turns left. Left arm, right leg, inhale, lift with the arm sweeping forward. Exhale, release, head turning right, soften. Right arm, left leg, inhale, lift. Exhale, release and soften. Last one for left arm, right leg. So inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. We're going to try gluing the tops of the feet on the ground. So it's only the upper body, both arms and head. So inhale, lift, arms coming forward. Exhale, release, continue to alternate head direction. We're going to add a hold. So we're going to inhale and lift, arms forward. If it feels a bit too much with the arms forward, bend the arms as into crocodile position, but they're floating up. Looking down, breathing, full breaths for 3. And stay 2. When done, arms move to side body, head turns, and you release and let everything soften. Comfortable inhale, empty on exhale. 2 more breaths here. We're going to counter that work with a child pose. So in your time, hands beneath the shoulders, pressing up to table, and then head first into child pose. Hands can support head or drape to your side, whatever feels best right now. And rest and breathe into the back body for 3 breaths. When you're done, please transition onto your back. Knees bent, feet on the ground. And here I invite you to bring the right knee into chest, interlace the hands around the right knee. Keep holding the right knee and lift the left foot off the ground and extend the left leg up to the sky. So we're going to do a little work for the abdominal muscles here. If this bothers your lower back, I'd encourage you to work the movement with a bent knee. Push out through the heel. And as you exhale, lower the left leg until it's just hovering above the ground. And then inhale, pull it back up again. So the holding of the right knee into the chest as we do this, and you can continue with your breath up and down. Keeping the right knee into the chest here helps to ensure that the lower back is fixed on the ground, minimizing the potential strain to the lower back. So we're just lowering and lifting. Following the breath. And notice how really slowing it down actually makes it a little harder. And again, if this is problematic for your back, you're working the movement with the knee bent and you lower your toes to the ground and pull the knees in. And it still gets some abdominal work there. So everyone, the next time you lower your leg, can you hold it hovering above the ground? Keep your left hand on the knee, bring the right hand behind the head, and use the hand to lift the head so you're looking toward your toes. And when you lift your head, if you notice, as I did, that the foot was kind of 6 inches above the ground, can you lower it to 2 inches above the ground? For pushing through the heel for 2 more breaths. Stay 1 more breath. When you're done, lower left leg, lower the head, hug the knee in again with both hands, and then release the right knee and exchange position of the legs. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, bring the left knee into chest, hug the left knee in close. Let's be still here for a moment, just pulling the leg in. And we can start again by bending the right knee, foot on floor. So left knees to chest, right foot is on the floor. And then float the right foot off the floor. Extend the right leg to sky, push through heel. Really ground that lower back. And as you exhale, slowly, controlled movement, lowering that right leg until it's hovering just above the floor. And then inhaling, bringing the leg up again. And just follow the breath. Really in control of that leg. Aware of the ease or the challenge of the movement. No judgment. Just notice. Not this time, but the next time your leg comes down, hover it above the ground. Hang on to the left leg with the left hand, bring the right hand behind the head, and lift the head to look toward the toes. Keep pushing out through the heel, holding and breathing for 3. Holding and breathing for 2. Give it another breath. When done, leg down, head down. Bring right knee into chest. You've got both knees. Hug both knees in close. And from here, supine twist, arms to T position. And on your exhale, knees right. Some might choose to bring feet down and displace hips left, but eventually knees right, head left. Find your pose and design it in a way that meets you right where you are this morning. Nice full breaths. Three more breaths on this side. When you're done, please inhale to center. And on your exhale to lay the knees over to the other side, head opposite direction. Softening and release. When ready to inhale it all to center. Bring knees to chest and offer yourself a hug. And then from here to lie out comfortably in Shavasana for final relaxation. Take time with blankets and clothes and anything that will help you to be comfortable. And welcome this time of stillness. This time to stop and be. This time to continue to fill your cup. Feel the body upon the earth. Let the earth rise up to support and cradle the body. Receive the earth as the earth, without argument, receives you. Take a deep, full inhale. And as you exhale, allow the weight of the whole body to be held by the earth. Every exhale, an invitation to soften, release, and let go and let go and let go. Please allow your breath to deepen. Move and gently awaken body. And eventually, comfortable seated postures with your eyes closed. Short poem by Dana Falls. When the sun rises in the heart, the only response to life shouted, sung, or whispered, the bridge between what came before and now, the single simple answer to all prayers, the life-changing voice of spirit, says with certainty and strength, a resounding, clear, unequivocal yes to all that is. When the sun rises in the heart, the only response to life is yes to all that is. Hands to prayer position at the heart. Let's close sharing Om, taking